to the North American Challenger Series number 2. I am Rapid, here with EGAD, and we're getting into our third game of the night. It's a best of 3 series. It's going all the way. vVv taking on Victorious Gaming, and I would not have called this series. We've seen 2 Quinn games, one very successful, one not quite so successful, and so we're getting into game number 3. And there's the Vel'Koz ban coming out from vVv.
Really? Oh, okay. I guess. They're not scared of it on game 3. Maybe Pekin Wolf is not really wanted to go up against that again. His LeBlanc didn't get banned out though, so that could be a choice for him. Yasuo Pantheon to follow suit after Vel'Koz, and Renekton Lulu Nidalee to follow suit for the side of VG Esports. While vVv lock in that Elise instantly forgets Snuggled, we're going to see the bot lane of Caitlyn Thresh for Ricari and Huggy this time, so taking away Tails' and Gonti's most comfortable champions in that bot lane. We could potentially see Gonti's Alistar to respond, and I feel like Tails' Lucian is going to be most likely the pick there.
Yeah, no question about that Lucian. Tails on Lucian is a great pick. If you want to go super safe, you can maybe play like an Ezreal, but you don't really see that champion out there too much. And especially against the Caitlyn, you got to compete in damage, and Lucian does a great job of that, even if he does lack a little bit of range. Now, we've seen a one Vel'Koz game from DeWolf's Claw, and he's hovering over Lux, and I feel like those champions actually play very, very similarly. You got a lot of AoE, you got some catch potential, and of course you can both fire your lasers. Of course, a little bit of a different style there, but hey, still the potential is there. I don't feel like his Syndra did badly last game. It was just the mobility that was a little bit of a problem there. But with a lock-in on Wukong, there's no Yasuo to combo that up, but it does look like it's going to be a Syndra locked in for mid.
All right, so the Wolf's Call going to be looking to go back towards that route with heavy poke. Look for that really late game burst damage. Also, she has like a really strong early game with her burst, so you really don't ever expect. I'm trying to see the other picks here. Okay, Wukong, like you said, for the jungle, going to be very strong as well. But we kind of see it falter off a few times if it doesn't get rolling early. So if he can get that snowball going for Wukong, then he'll be set. But if he gets set behind, he's just an AoE knockup.
And so for now, it's I don't understand this team comp from Victorious Gaming. When you look at the Syndra, you want to like maybe get a long-range stun and maybe follow it up with a Wukong. You got pillars for picks, and to be honest, that actually does make a little bit of sense if you're going for chases, if you're going to make like a team pick. But I don't know. The 1v1 top lane is going to work out very well for Shoopuf, and I feel like it's his style of champion, but he's not playing Quinn, so going a little bit more meta this time around. But giving Get Snuggled and Elise, that is a rough decision. Now, Wukong does okay against Elise. When you Nimbus strike in, you kill 2 Spiderlings along with hurting Elise, so maybe a little bit of value there, but it's still going to be a very strong presence in the jungle for vVv.
Could also see early dragons too. If anything crazy goes down, vVv finds some opportunity to do it, or maybe sneak it through with early pink ward if they want. But I didn't expect this to go to game 3. And VG Esports, they've shown to me that they have really good potential to take on vVv. But vVv, strong team, very established, and no Quinn this time. We're going to see Trundle versus Chris's Shyvana. Should be a fun matchup up there, but that's really about it. So we're going to go into a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the third game for tonight here at the North American Challenger Series 2. So should be fun.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back out onto the Rift for game number 3 in this best of 3 series between vVv Gaming, your team in the red on the left-hand side of your screen, or in the blue on the left-hand side of your screen. Red team's on the right, and they are Victorious Gaming. They're grouping up already down in the bottom. This is game 3 of this best of 3 here in Chaos TV's North American Television Series. Hook lands onto Tails, blowing him up. Auto attack over the wall. How did they... I don't even know how they knew that, but when the hook hits, it's going to be a kill.
That's the typical spot to throw it, because usually people hang at the farthest part of that tribe rush. So, really, really good hook by Huggy there. That was hell of impressive. That was crazy, and then everybody followed up perfectly. No one blew a single summoner, too. Ricari using that range that Caitlyn has to attack over the wall and pick up the last hit. That was, whew, so good.
And it is actually the very best that it possibly could have been, because not only did you get 1 kill, you got 4 assists off of that too. So maximum gold possible off of just that 1 early game kill. And while it gives you less than a kill after that time, it is still going to give a ton of extra gold. You can now see about a 400 gold advantage after that, maybe a little bit more.
All right, and gonna get a red steal here for Get Snuggled, while Tails and Gaunty maybe looking for some response to Ricari here. Gonna get a bunch of auto attacks, and he's gonna be forced to flash away. And going in without a support and going in blind kind of cost him that summoner there.
Well, he's really just not paying attention. You just have to like watch out for your enemy laners, and he was not doing that. I'm not sure if he was like buying or typing or what was going on there, but forced the flash out there. And I really feel like losing that flash is a bigger disadvantage than just starting your lane with an extra mana potion.
I guess. But it'll let him harass out more, it'll let him feel safer, but still no splash, like you said. And now in the mid lane, Beacon Wolf gonna get ignited, gonna get auto attack down, but we'll just body slam away as he did hit level 2, and we'll just go back to sustaining back to full.
Yes, they're gonna have to be pretty careful here against the Wolf's Claw. A lot of aggressive pressured barrels going out. We'll be forced to farm with those for a little bit longer, as he's very low on health and mana. But like you said, Gragas sustains back up pretty well, but probably not enough to keep him in lane. And yeah, sure enough, he's going back to base. So already a little bit of a disadvantage there in the mid lane. Disadvantage bottom, of course, because Tails died level 1. But overall, nothing snowballing too out of control just yet. We still have a lot of game left to play.
Of course, the game is not over until the Nexus is down, or you're down 30 kills and 4 Barons. But we do have Elise coming in for the possible first gank of the game, as she does pop her sweeper, does not clear that ward, and instead goes in for the gank. Zenith Blade comes through, gonna be able to connect the Coon on top of that beautiful CC chain from vVv. Ignite comes out, and that'll be Tails with that relentless pursuit chase down to pick up the man who stole his wife's soul, and that'll be his first kill of the game.
Yeah, getting some lore revenge there for Tails, Lucian, and really getting himself back in the lane. Died level 1, gave that kill gold over to Ricari, but then still before 4 minutes, so it gets reduced, gold for that kill. So now with that lane basically back to even, it's actually a little bit of a disadvantage for Ricari, because of course he's still down that flash summoner, and I guess tied on CS, so it's not all that bad just yet.
Kind of really haven't hovered over the top. Like, it's just been trading back and forth, with the Trundle showing his dominance, taking that AD away from Shyvana using that bite, and making trades really a nightmare for Chris. He does actually lose out on this with Burnout doing a ton of damage already, but now we see Gaunty, Get Snuggle comes in again. Oh, that minion, that is the minion of the MVP minion. That's what I was looking for.
Definitely, yeah. It's always nice to have that that one little guy to stand right in front and tank big things like stuns, like Death Sentences. Stun though in the mid lane on a Peek and Wolf. No all in there from DeWolfstock. Of course, it's only level 4. But once we start to get in onto that, Peek and Wolf could be in a little bit of trouble.
Alright, and so he's got a big lead in the mid lane. The Wolf Claw has shown that he can actually farm really well even when put in a bad spot. Ooh, nice play to disengage here, but flash on to Hungy. He will be forced to flash away. And that'll end that gank. As Snuggles kind of putting a lot of pressure here in the spot lane, wanting to get Tails pretty far ahead. Meanwhile, Peek and Wolf getting harassed out by Duel's Claw.
King's mid lane on the jungler. Azran is in the area, but now always actually heading top lane, and pretty sure Chris knows about that, especially with that pillar to disengage. Don't want to overextend without ward coverage. The only problem is he has ward coverage. Of course, that's more of a problem for Azran because he will see that, and I think vVv just scouted Azran going in here for a little bit of counter jungling on the white. They're like, well, the blue buff's not there, so not often you see Wukong's going for counter jungling, especially on such a hard jungle camp to do, but hey, makes it work and will make it out with a successful white under his belt.
With all the pressure Snuggles putting on the lanes here, it looks like he's gonna repel in. Gets the bite, but gets stunned in a response. Barrel comes out, but nothing crazy. Gonna see the Ignite get dropped out there. Will Shapoof die is the question. Yes, he will. The last tick will be able to take him down. And Chris now showing him who's boss. Looking to see as Azran chasing now. Peek and Wolf cannot find the kill. Some cocooning and some barreling will keep him back. And with the first backs here, Ricari picked up tier 2 boots. And Gaunty picked up a Relic Shield, so looking for that healing as well as extra golds. And this tier 1 turret in the mid lane taking quite a lot of pressure.
And more than that, it's
wow.
Snuggle taking pressure. Holy cow, there's Peek and Wolf getting in there for some damage that almost took out Azran, but oh, that was a little bit of an iffy engage going in so deep under turret.
He was baiting out the clone too, tanking the turret, trying to get a Sluggle to repel on it and have the clone finish him off with the auto from Claw. But now a little bit of initiation onto Ricari here. Cannot click the lantern. There we go. Finds the Death Sentence and some harass on a Gaunty. Now they're turning back around. Gonna chunk the potions and go on back to farm and slash trade in. But Gaunty going back in. Oh, never mind. Zenith Blades back up. Gets repelled again. It's just a rinse and repeat cycle of Zenith Blades and Blaze.
Yeah, you can do that flay a couple of different ways. You can either flay before the Zenith Blade actually lands, and like flay before Leona actually engages at all. Or you can wait until the Zenith Blade comes all the way in, and then flay before there's time enough for the auto attack timer. Now Shoop-Up losing out that 1v1 to Chris actually still has trade potential, which is kind of surprising to me just because of the overall steroids that Frozen Domain gives him.
Oh boy, I thought he used Subjugate there too, but he was just sustaining back up like crazy. So now gonna be using that domain, healing off of dead minions, and Gaunty with an early pink ward too, asserting that dominance with the Stride Brush. We're seeing a little bit of a trade here, but Chris gonna get slowed out by the pillar. Shoop-Up just going to ignore him, kill off every minion he can, and sustain it with the Vamp Scepter. And just trading back and forth. No objective push for Dragon just yet. Death Sentence comes out, but does not find its mark.
And after such an action-packed series, games number 1 and 2, just tons of kills, even so early on. I mean, this time last game, we were seeing Shoop-Up dive through double mid lane turrets. So this time around, oh, a perfect play again. The culling just gonna tickle Huggy 804 as he will back away. Dive here onto Shoop-Up again. Gets Snuggle, comes in, lands the cocoon. There's a dive out from Chris. He'll stay safe and sound, walking back under turret with a second kill of that top lane. Man, nobody likes Shoop-Up anymore. Ever since he had that crazy game on Quinn, a lot of focus on that top lane.
It was funny to see that turret shot follow up in the repel there. And really good dive. We're going to see a bit of a slow come in, but no stun from the Wolf's Claw. As Peek and Wolf now dodging. He's able to sustain up just fine. And with that chalice, some extra mitigation from some of that damage. Seeing a ping in. Maybe the Wolf's going to look for a deep ward or a roam. But Chris playing with that early pink ward up top. Going to be able to clear out a ward. And Peek and Wolf going to get stunned up there and ignited. But will be able to live through that, as it's not going to do as much damage as I would like it to kill him. But nice juke out. As Snuggle now going to face the wrath of Syndra here. Slow comes in from the orbs, and an auto attack with that Q will pick up the kill. Meanwhile, there's that solar flare down bot onto Huggy. Death Sentence goes into the tails. Can they find the kill? The Ignite gets dropped down in response. There's a shield from the Lantern to keep him alive just long enough to help Ricari pick up the kill. Gaunty finds Huggy though. Ricari gives up the chase on Gaunty as he is too tanky. And a little 1-for-1 down bot and a blue steal for Azran.
And Azran taking that blue buff away from Peek and Wolf. We've really seen just an overall lack of sustain from one of the biggest sustained champions in the game there, Gragas. So it's actually really interesting to see such a sort of backwards lane matchup. You'd expect Gragas to do very well against Syndra, has the percentage damage reduction, builds magic resistance in the Chalice, and then also has the health sustain to prevent him getting burst down. But the Wolf's Claw, really knowing that matchup, playing it very well, is up double the CS of Pekin Wolf, and of course has that big kill. So mid lane going well for Victorious Gaming, and then of course top lane going very well for vVv, with bottom just being a lot of aggression back and forth.
Wow. All right. So let's see. With that blue steal, did the Wolfstall get a blue? He did. Okay, so he got a red and a blue. The red off of the Elise kill. Gonna have a double buff mid and jungle. So if they roam or if they try to synergize their abilities, I'm pretty sure Pekin Wolf both stand a chance. But we'll see what they want to do with it, as I'm pretty sure they could use those double buffs and do a pretty safe dragon as the wards come through. They will look to start it up.
And here we go. It's Victorious Gaming now with pretty much the dragon in their hands. Bottom lane got some minions to kill, which are apparently a little bit more important. And with mid lane being so far behind, it's going to set up for a very nice dragon. And now coming towards this mid lane. Oh, it's clearing for wards. Get snuggled, is going to get snuggled there. The spin to win. At least gets stomped on, and that's Azran just going in for a huge gank. And Ricari his third kill in a row.
Both those red buffs on the map right now are snuggleds. The one on Wolf's Claw and the one on Ricari. So really interesting plays coming out across the board. Dragon did go over to VG, and they did find a counter kill though as well on Elise. A lot of harass and a lot of trouble for Pekin Wolf at this point. Really hard for him to contest the Syndra pick.
And this is kind of like his previous game versus Vel'Koz, but oh, Ricari might have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew down there, but actually takes the nice lantern, makes it back out. Mid lane though, the all-in on a Pekin Wolf.
The red buff is gonna kill him?
One more tick, but no, he's got the Drunken Rage.
Alright, so he's able to survive just barely. And using that red buff to a really good effect there in the mid lane. Wolf's Claw just going crazy. Meanwhile, Ricari, you're extending again. Did you not learn from the first minute of the game? There's a lantern though, Cocoon on top of it, and he will go down to the Eclipse from Gonzi.
Yeah, it's like the NASCAR gank. You gank once, and then you turn right around in a circle, you come right back to the bottom lane, and apparently not learning your lesson. Giving away that red buff to Gonti. Man, red buff Caitlyn is a terror, but maybe Ricari is just saving that one for later. It's going to kill Gonti in just a second. They try for the dragon. It's not there. vVv walk back somewhat thwarted. And now he's still climbing back in the gold count. Love to see if Shoepup can take down this top turret and what he can do here against Pekin Wolf.
Looks like he's going to go for the dive. Does finish off the turret. Pekin Wolf going to get slowed up by the pillar. That bite did a ton of damage flashing forward. Looking for one more if he can. That body stands up very, very soon. There is the filth on the ground, and he's going to chase him out and get the bite. So no body slam for Pekin Wolf. He'll be able to go through the turrets. Maybe suicide, but there's a flash descendants onto Snuggled. Ace in the hole, the follow suit, but he repels off that one, goes back towards where the dead turret is, flashes over the wall. Interesting juke, and the ignite from Chris, meanwhile up top, will finish off Shoepuff, while Ricari chasing down the spider here, looking to escape, but he will end up running into a Syndra. Maybe going to repel over the wall onto that blue or wolves, but the spiderling gets stunned up. He's going to end up eating 2 turret shots. One. No, the spiderling takes that one, flashing forward, getting the headshot, and a very, very long chase, and Ricari finds the kill.
I can't believe the turret aggroed the spiderlings as Get Snuggled walked through. You're supposed to take 2 turret shots and die there, but he actually didn't because the spiderlings tanked it up. But with a kill on the jungler and no presence mid lane, just because Pekin Wolf has been having such a rough game, a perfect stun setup for the death sentence. Dash in from Azran and Ricari going nuts this game, 5-1-0. This is a snowball that's starting to roll a little bit out of control as VG eSports push down the middle lane. Not a whole lot to stop them from taking a base turret here, because we got Tails still pushing bottom.
Oh, that was so close to hitting, but that was a good repel. But now here comes the solar flare. Does land another 2. Azran just gets blown up. Chris is on a killing spree. Gonti looking for more, being that bloodthirsty support, but cannot find anything else. Chris, though, leading the charge, going through the minion wave. Gonna get harassed out by IQ, almost has Dragon's Descent. They may look for a Flash Zenith Blade. If anything, Ricari's in a precarious spot as well, but they do get a nice stun in there from Syndra. A bunch of damage comes in. He's forced to flash away. That ignite is not gonna be enough to kill him though. So he will be able to get out. And nice little hold by vVv. And an even better dive and catch on Pekin Wolf there. There's another stun he's having a really, really rough time against the Syndra.
And more than just having a rough time against the Syndra, they're having that rough time because the Syndra is so strong. Ward in the wall. You got Ricari coming in. There's Blade of the Ruined King slowing out Tails. One more auto. Okay, there's the ace in the hole. You're channeling under turret. Gets it taken down. Chris right here. The cavalry has arrived. And of course with the get snuggled there as well. Ricari just kind of sacrificing himself. 6-2. 80 carry going down is not a good thing, but of course the kill onto Tails keeps him from really capitalizing on a lot of that advantage. You're going to come in with more damage, forcing out that Dragon's Descent. Beacon Wolf does have his ultimate too for even more disengage if they do.
That was actually really nice of Ricari to sacrifice himself there to get Shoopuf out. You know, Shoopuf having a bit of a rough game, 1-3 at this point. Ricari 6-2 though, putting all the kills on himself and throwing the team on his back. We see an explosive cast to disengage or engage on a Shoopuf, but he turns around. They're looking for some damage, but Azran gets stunned in front of turret. Cocoon lands, he's forced a flash. Two-man stun comes in. There is the unleashed power as well as Ignite out to Dagonti, but he's a-okay. As now, Beacon Wolf gonna look for the barrel, and a flash will be forced out of there at a Wolf's Claw. Chris chasing down, Solar Flare connects, gonna land a two-man stun so they can't engage, but Spider was able to dodge that one while Beacon Wolf chases down, gets the barrel, needs one more auto. Can he find it? No, he cannot. He's gonna be baited in. Can they find the kill from Ricari? Pillar Peacemaker will find the kill, as now a two-man stun comes in, knockup, but there's a repel over it from Snuggle to pick up the kill. Looking to see them chase down here. Tails is fully healed up, as Azran will fall here, but so will Snuggled. Just chasing down like crazy. Zenith Blade finds its mark, and Ricari stops the net. He's going to end up falling here, trying to take down Gaunty with him. Pops the barrier. Headshot's not enough, and Tails will find two, as that is a 4 for 2, excuse me. An ace, actually, in favor of vVv over VG. That was all over the place. Very, very sloppy.
VG eSports, they kept trying to get an advantage in that fight, and they're just like, well, maybe if we just sacrifice one more guy, we'll find a kill. Wound up doing a little bit too much of that. It's like, I don't know, if you're playing like a Warlock deck and you draw too many cards, you wind up sacrificing too much life. And vVv, they're coming back now with, for the first time this game, with a gold lead. And Chris gonna take down this middle turret too, with no stun to land and no slow there either. Beacon Wolf returns, and that is the tie for turrets, 3-3.
Oh boy. Now we're seeing Azran be forced into a really precarious spot, but a stun comes in and will stop Chris from chasing any further. He's also a little low on HP. Dragon's live. They're over around the pit there. Azran forced to use the stealth to check the brush, but does not get initiated on completely. Tails pokes him out. Looking for some poke from Wolf and some from Ricari. Will force vVv into the other side, though, of the Dragon Pit. They're kind of starting it up here. This could be really dangerous for them if there's a good Solar Flare, as now Gaunty does land into Ricari, slows up Huggy, but it will be the steal, as Tails will find the Dragon kill there. Explosive cast puts Shapoof into the whole team. He subjugates, but it's not enough. He'll be blown up, as well as Gaunty falling. We see an ace in the hole. Chris will block that one, no problem. That's a 1-for-1, but a vVv stealing the Dragon. Tails, I don't know how, but did take it.
Yeah, Tails got that snipe. I don't know, there's no smite there even. Both junglers did go for that smite. We had Azran and get snuggled. They both smote, and it still wasn't enough to kill the dragon. So Tails just like, chill out guys, I got this. Jungle 80 carries their thing now. I still love that objective for vVv. They will lose the kill, but more importantly, they've got an 80 carry that can steal dragons. They've got now double buffs on that same 80 carry. Tails really starting to scale up, but even though he's doing such a good job, he's still not on that level of Ricari. And even though Ricari was in a precarious position last time, got stunned up there by the Solar Flare, things looking a lot better for Victorious Gaming, as they are at least able to fight out vVv, push it back.
Oh boy. So vVv climbing through. Showed that first game did not throw them off. Chris is now in form as he played the Dragon Sivana 2 games in a row and showing a really strong performance. 4-0-5 at this point, carrying off that top lane. And we're seeing the Wolf's Claw try to get this blue buff. It's a little annoying. Syndra, not the best auto attacker there. Snuggled, looking to come in. It's like, oh man, it's gone. I can't steal it. Throws out the Spiderling and backs out. Maybe going to look to go over to carry. Yes, he does have the double penetration build in the Haunted Guy's Zork shoes now, so he does a ton of damage.
A lot of damage there from the jungle, and even from the top lane too. Chris, once again, having an outstanding performance on Shyvana. Just like he did last game. Game 1, the Riven wasn't quite on par, but this time around, Shoopuf continuing to have a rough time up there. First game snowballed super hard on Quinn, and now trying as a Trundle to just do whatever he can. But while he's still pushing up that mid lane, Chris is just roaming, he's making plays mid, and now he actually could catch out Azran in the jungle.
Oh boy, so let's see. They're kind of aggressing towards this red side. Shapoof's going to be... No, he's not going to respond it. I thought Chris was just going to go deeper. But now, Peking kind of holding off their push. They're looking for some kind of catch. They need a Death Sentence and a stun from Scout of the Week from Shyvana there. Azran actually pops the stealth, finds that stun to get snuggled, knocks him up. He cannot dodge the damage from the ace in the hole. He comes back down and flashes over. Explosive cast and solar flare come through. Azran's going to fall to the culling as Tails really strong here. Shapoof finds the lantern, takes it out, and that was a catch that went horribly wrong and in favor of vVv. Chris gonna look for the Dragon's Descent, but gets flayed and boxed away with the Blade of the Rune King going through. We see a Flash Genius Blade onto Huggy. He goes down. Gaunty looking for more, but does not want to dive the turret. Stun comes out, hits 2. Cannot see a chase from or a counter from VG, as I'm surprised they're not going for Baron here. Snuggled is fully healed, and he has Smite, so deciding to take the safer route and push down mid, I guess. We're going to see Shapoof run into Chris, who will just burn out. Actually, gets blocked completely by the pillar there. Slow up from the bite. Gaunty's going to join him up top there, and that'll scare Shapoof away.
Yeah, I don't think Shapoof can actually win this. Gaunty's going to go in there, and that's the extra damage that Chris needs to kill Shoop-Up. But look at the extra move speed around
he popped
his
the
turret.
face of the mountain, too. He wanted him to dive.
A little bit of miscommunication there. We've got more coming in from VG eSports, and Victorious Gaming, not quite victorious just yet. They won game 1. You have to it's the flame breath from Chris stealing away the big goal, getting some extra sustain off of that one. And now Victorious Gaming, they're looking to find pick mid. Pekin Wolf has had a very rough game so far, but oh, the Wolf's Claw, the culling coming out, the stun and burst damage gets canceled out by the flash. Got more damage to follow up. Ignite, burn it down, and it's the repel in from Get Snuggled. Lands a cocoon right onto Azran, gets taken down by the Ardent Blaze, and making plays underneath the turret. Huggy goes down this time. Gaunty taking the turret up like a good support, and 20-12. I think the game just started rolling in vVv's control.
When your AD carry is flashing forward, you know that they're feeling confident and very strong. So Tails doing such, and picking himself up a double kill. We see 4 dead, and this should be a turret going down. Little risky for an inhibitor. Still 5 seconds left on the respawns. So I would see them backing out. Oh, Ulti was looking to go in there with that Zenith Blade. But there we go. They decided to back out. Cocoon slows up Ricari a little bit too. Could see a counter Baron, though, from VG Esports if they want to do that objective, because there is going to be some time for vVv to have to heal and get their mana back and such and buy. But maybe they're going to rush it. Chris is still a little low up here. Going to get chased out by Shapoof, but has that 2-level lead. Blade of the Rune King coming in with Subjugate, though. And the reverse Blade of the Rune King from Chris will keep him away. So he'll be able to back out. And no Baron rush here from G.
That was a weird trade top. Like, I'm going to Blade of the Ruin King you. No, I'm going to. And then they both move faster, but they both move slower too. So a little bit questionable. Chris almost dying, but still deathless. An incredible top lane performance of 5, 0, and 6. And it's not like he was just playing safely in lane. He was roaming everywhere, making crazy plays, winning his lane, and then helping Pekin Wolf out there in the mid lane. 0, 4, and 5, kind of the counter performance. But it's, once again, the ball is just in Ricari's court. He is 9, 3, and 0, an incredibly strong carry. But is Ricari strong enough to Ricari his team to victory?
We'll see. He's 9 and 3. When he does finish that last whisper, it'll be really, really good for the team. But this inhibitor now taking some pressure. We see a 3-man stun. Death Sentence onto Chris, though, pulling him back. We see Shapoof and a beautiful play to stop Chris from getting out with the box on top of that one. Solar Flare completely whiffs, and Avran does go in the back line, but gets taken out by Tails, who is legendary. Another stun comes in onto Gaunty. Net to disengage as well for Ricari. But now, inhibitor going back to taking pressure. We're seeing some harass from the orbs. Looking for a pillar. Does get the 2-man stun again. Death Sentence and on the Tails, though. He should be going down. Flay into the Unleashed power. Meanwhile, a shutdown goes over to Ricari as well, who's full HP in the back line. Picks up a double kill. Looking for the triple. Can he get it? Gets... Oh, no, the repel comes out. And he goes back in onto the Wolves. We saw the ace in the hole getting channeled, but it does not connect. Blade of the Rune King on a Pekin Wolf. Shapoof is chasing this one down. Maybe going to force out a flash here from Pekin Wolf. Let's see if he can get it out, though. It's going to be a bot slim away, obviously, and there we go. That disengages that one. Ace in the hole gets canceled again. They're looking to turn to Ricari here. There's the barrier and a nice 2-man flay to stop them, and a Death Sentence, the peel, and the stun on top of that for the Wolf's Claw. That should be dragging to them now. Really excellent kiting, and Ricari with some bad positioning at the end, but really good early positioning secures that fight for them.
Yeah, that's the barrier or Ricarier keeping him safe, just barely there at the end. Man, that was close, but still just enough follow-up from the rest of his team to keep him alive. And now, you've already got Baron started here. Shoop knows what the next objective is. He's actually doing a pretty good job 1v1, but needs some help from the rest of his team. Now, no jungler in the area. You've got Gonti and Tails coming up from behind, and maybe some burst steal potential from Wolf, but Wolf Squad's got his ult back up. The culling coming out gets immediately stopped by the Pillar of Filth, and yeah, disengaging here from the Baron. Can vVv clean this up? This is going to be a rough fight.
Oh, he's got the shield of Daybreak, goes on a Huggy bot. Nice 2-man stun comes through. He gets the Unleash power again with the Tails, but he gets the face of the mountain to heal up. Shapoof heals up a little bit off that kill on Gonti. Now the chase comes in. That is going to be a dead Syndra, and the reverse throw at the Baron pit comes through. Ricari is the only one alive, and this should be a Baron over to vVv.
I'm not sure why Ricari just used that filter for Peacemaker on the double golem. So you can get in here and like maybe pick up kill, harass, steal. I don't know, you gotta.
Nah.
Better safe than sorry, and he will pick up doubles, head back to base, find his last Whisper, but keep in mind, Ricari started out devastatingly strong. Oh wait, he's still devastatingly strong, but Tails, who had a very rough start to the game, is actually now pulling back into the same kind of score level. He's got his Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, looking for a last Whisper, or maybe that Static Shiv too, and Tails really just kind of rising to the occasion. It was Ricari who was strong early, but it's Tails who's going to be strong late.
Oh boy. Let's see. Can vVv actually close it out with this Baron? Is it going to take a longer? I think there's some really good hold potential still from VG. The Syndra pick is really good at holding off serious pushes and really good at stopping super minions too, because you just pick him up and drag him to the fountain, if anything. Red buff. Going to be possibly slowing out here. Chris could contest Azran. We do see him sweeping out and clearing the ward, but the smite, how is that still revealed? And Azran's stealing the red buff away from Chris there. That was weird.
Yeah, the way that vision works in-game is different than the way that it works in the spectator client. So, oh, the Blade of the Ruined King actually used on the clone. So, that's not what you want to see from Chris. A little bit rough. No catch onto Azran. Disengages there with his decoy. Bottom lane's being split pushed by Get Snuggled, and I think this is really good because it puts, you can put pressure mid lane and maybe try to take down that inhibitor, push that one down, or have that option to roam bottom and take down an easy outer turret.
Okay, so looks like they're going for the easy outer turret down there, leaving Chris mid, if anything, to try to take down that inhibitor. He's still got 2 levels on Shootpuff, and Wolf's Claw kind of hanging out there in the mid lane, waiting to see if anything crazy goes down. And they're going to clear out that wave, but Tier 2 does go down in that bot lane, making it 7-3 in turrets and a 7,000 gold lead for them. So, Barrel's going to be huge to harass too. Do you have an IEBT and Last Whisper for Tails? These AD carriers are both ridiculous. They have all their kills for their team. 2-man stuns connect. Pillar to slow out, but nothing to follow up. Looking for traps to zone and pillars to stop them from engaging. Flays to stop Chris or maybe Gonti, but this next fight is going to be crucial. Tails gets stunned, but nothing to follow up, unfortunately. Looking to see Gonti charge up that front line. Tickets a poke though. Azran goes in, pops the stealth. We see Shipwoof getting blown up there by Get Snuggled. The culling is zoning away and harassing. But slowly but surely, this inhibitor is going down. Tails gets a bunch of damage. A nice 2-man stun and a pillar comes through. Snipe on a Get Snuggled, but he tanks it up with the face of the mountain. And man, VG holds it on just by a breath. Looking to see the traps as well. Needs a few more auto attacks, and that will go down. Oh, Solar Flare whiffs completely, but Ricari's still taking a bunch of damage in the back line. Looking to see the Dragon's Ascent, but it gets flayed and ignited backwards. Meanwhile, Azran ends up in the middle of the team, and Huggy, gonna get taken low. Azran falls, and so does Snuggle, so both junglers gone, but that's the inhibitor down in the mid lane after, what was that, like a 2-minute siege?
That siege lasted forever, but consistently, even in last game that VG eSports actually lost, Victorious Gaming, these guys hold on like no other team I've seen. And maybe it's vVv's hesitance to push in there, but oh, Ricari, yeah, no Thresh to save you that time.
Goodbye.
That's like the 3rd time this game he's gone to solo farm a lane, and it's just gotten picked off.
Oh boy. He needs to work on that map awareness and when to not go out by himself. But other than that, that was a good play by vVv to catch him out. Nice warding by Gonti too, taking control of that blue side. Some pinks on the bot turret. Looks like they want to try to make that their next objective. Baron is actually gone. So actually no, it's got a. Actually, it is gone. It's got like 5 more seconds on it, so it'll be gone for this next fight. So maybe VG can look to capitalize on that. But they're still Still relying on so much wave clear and holding out to late game when their other members have items besides Caitlyn.
Okay, so at this point, we've got Chris a Randuin's Omen up on his landing opponent, and that is going to be huge. You dive in, slow everybody out, and you just can't run. That's kind of the story of that last fight. Ricari just couldn't run. He was way overextended, and while everybody is back alive, with the Baron respawning, like you said, in about 30 seconds, it's not going to be a fight that VG Esports want to face. Recall back to base there. The Wolf's Claw's not even going back. He has a Void Staff. You have to go back and get that. That is a huge spike in power for Syndra. And instead just walking around mid, man, you gotta go grab that item. I think he's got enough gold for it. Yeah, 1,000 gold in the inventory. We'll finally head back to take it out.
Now? Wow, he actually popped the stealth there to get away from Gonti, so very smart play to get back to the base safely. The culling coming through, gonna provide a little bit of poke and harass onto Ricari. Seeing him, actually, wow, he just did a 500 crit to shoot puff. That's very little armor. He focused that Banshee spell first, but now throwing the minions in, clearing out the wave. This is gonna be the imminent demise of this turret unless they can make something happen. A little bit of a knockback onto Gonti. He gets hooked back in as well. He's getting blown up. A bunch of damage comes in. Ricari finds that one, and Azran's gonna fall once again. He is not tanky as they need it, but there's the explosive cast to pick up the kill on Huggy. And Chris coming through the back line. That's going to spell like the end for Shoopuf. Flash forward from Tails once again, showing the power that he has. Chris just diving beneath the two Nexus turrets, flashing forward, getting knocked back and stunned though. Ricari might be able to find the kill. Chris diving a little too hard there. Gonna find it as a 3 for 2 in favor of vVv, and this inhibitor turn in the bot lane should be going down. There it is. Flash stun as well on top of Ricari forward. Repelling, where are you gonna go? Looks like onto the trap, and nice placement of Ricari. Can he find the kill? No, he can't. Oh, with barely any life, struggles to be able to get out of there. The culling comes out from Tails again, but cannot find a kill, as it was the Wolf's Call flashing away
He
to
flashed
live.
over the culling. He's like, you're gonna cull this tiny little area. I'm just gonna flash on over there. Azran really wanting to go in there and catch out Wolf, but it's a little bit too much. Get snuggled, man. Hero of the hour. If he'd walked into that Caitlyn trap, would have died. Almost died the first time he walked into a Caitlyn trap, but instead choosing to go in there and whew, barely not dying there to the blue buff. Gets it over to Pekin Wolf.
Okay, so we still see them holding. They didn't lose that game. Chris's excessive dive there, kind of halting their progress. Pekin Wolf looking to get away from that dragon. We can see vVv snag that one up. There's 20 seconds left on Baron. There's a pink ward in the pit though, but they will be able to reveal it from Huggy's side, and they will be able to time it out, kill the pink ward, and maybe look for a steal or a big fight there, but they can't really afford to leave their base for too long because, you know, super minions are going to be bashing into the front door.
Well, it's more like the side door that they're bashing through. Front
The bot
inhibitor
door,
has
excuse me.
respawned. Yeah. The top lane, the only lane that still has a turret in it, and I feel like while the defense has been very, very good for Victorious Gaming, it's an even better offense here from vVv, now setting their eyes towards this Baron. They don't even care about the ward in the pit. They're just like going for it.
All right, so they feel strong enough to not even care about any idea of a steal. They're gonna probably back out here, taking a little bit of damage there, losing a bit of armor as well. Snipe comes through, but Chris blocks it for the team. There's the pillar as well as the frozen domain or tainted soil or whatever you want to call it for Trundle there. He's using the junkyard skin, so it's got that disgusting feel to it. Looking to see the Baron still be initiated out here. It is warded heavily. Ward's going to be disabled, though. Azran going to look for the smite. Can he get it? Oh, he gets it! Steals
Oh my
Snuggled. Can he take the lantern, though? No, he's going to sacrifice his life for it, but a brave sacrifice for him. And going up big there, Azran finds the play that the team needs.
But it's 40 seconds on the defense and an open inhibitor mid. This is not a good defensive spot to be in. Baron buff is going to help, but Shoopuf can't stop the super minions from killing the base. They lost one Nexus turret already, and now with 20 seconds left on Azran, if vVv push this fast enough, they can still end the game.
All right, so we can see them trying to hold this. There is that one Nexus turret gone. Double stun comes out, but Mikhail's to keep Tails healthy and out of it. There is the explosive cast going in onto the Wolf's Claw. He gets the response kill before the barrel can blow up. Gonti's going to end up getting taken out. No, he needs one more auto attack, but the Wolf's Claw's going to dove underneath the turret. Yeah, Huggy not able to save him. Snuggle's going to go down to Ricari. Going to look to see the net forward. Can he pick up the kill on Gonti? Meanwhile, he does. Chris over the wall. Where are we going to see? No, we're not going to see the chase. They want to defend this list Nexus turret. Ricari, what are you doing, you sneaky snake? Nope, cannot chase him. Tails gets out to his life. And a successful hold for only 2 dying for 3 in favor of VG. They're slowly coming back.
I don't know if this is a comeback. That last Nexus turret, I like to call him Steve. He lived with about 50 HP. One more auto attack would have taken him out, but man, that guy is very resilient. He stays alive and is the last turret defending the Nexus currently with that middle inhibitor down. Now, the middle inhib will respawn, so will the bottom one. The bottom one respawning here, not all that long. But I don't know. I've never seen a team defend quite this tenaciously as VG eSports. They are not giving this up without a fight, and all they have to do is just be tanky, be threats, or not necessarily threats, just be a wall in front of Ricari, who is devastatingly far ahead. The only problem is that vVv, they've got a strong AD carry too, and they have a backline that's fed.
He built a Malma Mortius on Tails there on Lucian. Huh.
Well, he realizes the only thing that's going to be a threat to him, because he has more just straight up burst damage than Ricari, is that if he gets in a 1v1 with the AD carry, he's fine, just needs to withstand the Syndra burst. So that's actually a really good item. You might see maybe a Banshee's Veil more standardly picked up, but that's just more, hey, I've got tank stats, you have to kill me through them. This time, you have to kill me through an extra 400 HP on the shield.
I just looked at the maximum damage output for the Wolf's Claw ultimate, and it's about 720, so that 400 shield could block pretty much all of it, or more than half, which is a pretty decent amount, so we'll see if it comes into effect.
That's minimum damage without extra spheres, though.
Oh, whoopsie. I read that wrong.
Yeah, you can get well over 1,000 damage with the Syndra ultimate, plus you have to factor in the DFG as well, and that's like maybe like 1,500 damage you can get off of just one nice stun into ult. Plus, you're going to be taking other damage, so a lot of pain there to come in for 80 carries, and a lot of it magic damage. So good pickup on the Maw of Malmortius. Nice pick there on a Chris. Shoopup's getting the 1v1 bottom lane, but that's not what this game is all about. You gotta defend that top lane turret.
Well, that'll put it at a 44 top, and Shupa's still winning. It actually takes him down to below half. Chris is like, wait, I can actually trade with you. Blade of the Rune King's gonna get traded out here. Thornmail's still helping out quite a bit, and there's the Blade of the Rune King to disengage. Pillar comes through, and now Snuggled rotating down. This is not gonna look good. Throw the Lancer. No, Azran goes in stealth, but will actually scare them away. So, defending that inhibitor bot lane, Shupa successfully scares Chris away, but with the help of Snuggled, it looks like he's gonna come back into it and threaten this inhibitor even more.
Super minions being cleared out very quickly by Ricari. Bottom inhibitor pushed, but defended. And, oh, there's a pick on to get Snuggled. Could this be the beginning of the end? Sloopup, rather, has some damage to put out there. And Chris, actually pretty low. We got Get Snuggled pretty low as well. And this is...
They're holding. They're showing signs that they can win a team fight. Because, you know, when you leave Chris to lose a fight to a level 16... Trundle and he's level 18 on Shyvana, that's not looking too good of a sign for your team.
I don't know what I'm watching right now. This is incredible to see such a strong defense from VG eSports. vVv, I feel maybe a little bit too passive, but you can't risk throwing the game here. You've spent so much time all game long getting yourself further and further ahead that all it takes is maybe like 2 deaths and you just lose. Maybe 3 and you definitely lose the game. So these are dangerous times for vVv. And while we talked about the strength of the AD carry.
Oh, Chris! Oh, he doesn't get stunned up though. Gets slowed though. Okay, he gets that with the Dragon's Descent.
Man, if he had gotten stunned out of that Dragon's Descent or maybe flayed or Death Sentence, that would have been pretty rough to watch. He's like, I tried to get away, but just couldn't make it. Does have flash too, so there are a lot of escape pads there, but now has to auto attack a little bit more to get that Dragon's Descent back up. Ooh,
we're seeing a Stark's Fervor, Zeke's Herald, excuse me, for Gonti, for one of his items too. Getting towards the final item builds for supports. It's very rare to see. Huh.
Yeah, and keep in mind, if you guys are unfamiliar with the Zeke's Herald, it gives you 10% lifesteal in an area of effect, so everybody gets lifesteal, as well as an ambient 20 attack damage to everybody out there. So if your 80 carry is already 6 slotted, give him a little bit more stats, and that 10% lifesteal actually makes a big difference. We'll have to check that out on Tails. With that aura on him, he goes up to 30% lifesteal, so that's pretty ridiculous. Especially when you have Chris that already stacks up lifesteal too. I really want to see that item on Huggy now, because he's got lifesteal on both Ricari and Shupa especially.
One little thing to note, that the difference in the 80 carry builds too is that's Zephyr for Ricari, while the Moama Mortis was obviously picked up earlier by Tails. When they sell their booths, I wonder what they're going to get.
There is, in a straight up 1v1 now, I think Ricari actually wins that because he went full offense. The only problem is that Yeah, it's
If
scary.
If he gets a Mama Mortius shield on a 90 caliber net, that'd be pretty hilarious.
And it totally won't help at all. Or maybe like on a Caitlyn trap.
Ooh,
That's gonna be rough. Oh, Gaunty.
Talisman of Ascension disengaged. There is the Solar Flare, only hitting onto Huggy though. Gaunty's gonna get stunned up and slowed up with that box, and it will be Chris in the middle of two, trying to kite away, and will get taken down as Azran will find the kill. And the Wolf's Claw actually gets to survive. That's a 1 for none. He's gonna be able to heal up, get home guarded right back into the fight if anything goes down. Gonna let the see for the pillar. Can they find it? Gets the domain, drops the pillar. Explosive gas doesn't hit anybody either. He goes into a trap. The snipe comes out, takes him down to below half, or about half. And the chase is now on. They could look to push inhibitor or a
5
Baron.
seconds till Baron's back up. Yeah, and that I feel is the stronger objective to go for a safer.
The back door?
At least.
Snuggled? Snuggles
Oh,
the back
Snuggles
door.
going for it. He walks through a trap, but he spell shielded it, so it doesn't reveal him. This is so close.
No, they're going to lose 2 inhibitors. They're going to lose at least 1. They cannot lose 2 here, though. They need to defend the 1 lost inhibitor to actually stay in this game. No, Snuggle backs off. What is this?
Wait,
this
why
game,
did
the
he-
mind games.
He
the mind
stopped
games.
because he knew that they would recall too quickly, and oh my gosh, this game is so back and forth. An attempted backdoor, now thwarted. Chris's death is essentially in vain. It would have been cool, but you can't push out of your base when you're this far behind. You have to fight a straight up fight and win, because if even just one member survives in the right situation, vVv can still win this.
Oh boy. Alright, so we see a snipe on a Pekin Wolf. The main and pillar were used. Try to catch up to him. Shoop off. We're healing off of the minions. They need to clear out those pink wards is what they need to do. They need to clear out the pink wards in the Baron and by their red side, as well as that big wave that built up at the top. There's also a wave building up for vV in the bot lane, so that's going to push in ever so slowly and force some attention from VG. Alright, pink ward's still crazy. No wards in there from VG's side, though. We're going to see Huggy look for some while Baron gets aggroed up there from Snuggle. What is he doing? He's getting Gaunty hit. That's stun and harass. Oh, we see Tails going in onto Ricari. He's going to get put in a horrible position. He needs to flash and barrier away. Trying to juke away from this one. Can he fight Peekaboo? Oh, no, he cannot. Tails will shut him down, and that might actually be game. Uh-oh.
That
Cocoon?
kick by itself might be enough to end this. Without an 80 carry, there's nothing to answer the 16, 4, and 9 presence that Tails had. And without a lot of attack damage to worry about, it's just the magic damage that he has prepared completely for. Now, what this might actually do is just give vVv a free Baron buff, but with Azran able to steal it away last time, do you go for steal number 2?
I don't know. They're going for bait number 1, though. As the face check comes in, the solar flare, there was a lantern early, but no Zenith Blade to connect, and the flash gets flayed. Hugo, Huggy, actually going to pop the box, and they're able to disengage.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
crap. I don't know how they got out.
Bait number 3?
All right, let's go. They'll never see us do it a second time. But it looks like Gaunty and Tails are going to start up that Baron. But Snuggled and Pekin Wolf waiting in the same brush. There's an orb to slow him out. They look for the Cocoon onto the Wolf Skull, but cannot find it. Chris is taking up that Baron. There's no smite in the pit right now, so if it gets too low, we could see Azran try to steal it again. Here goes the repel. Oh, he didn't go for it. There was still no ward. Did get cleared out, and now Baron up vVv. Gonna look to try to close this one out as they chase down onto the final kills. There is a explosive cask, and Azanias is definitely gonna get the Wolf's Claw killed. There it is. Tails picks up a double kill. Looking for the triple on Azran. There's the McHale's to heal him up. Pekin Wolf gonna chase it down, throw the barrel. Oh, flash body slam. Triple kill. Can we find the Quadra? The culling comes out. Gonna do a bunch of damage here to Huggy. Goes under Ricari, does a bunch of damage, critting through, flashes forward, gets the Quadra kill. Can he get the Penta? That was the question. Repel comes out, crit. He has one more Penta kill. Goes in for Tails, and that is gonna be game 3 to vVv.
Tails finishing it off in style in a reprisal of his previous NACS performance here in NACS number 2. Nice to see him coming out with another pentakill on Lucian. And with the end of this game, an incredibly hard-fought series. What a way to end it. vVv Gaming finish it off in style with a 39-25 2-1 victory over VG Esports. Victorious Gaming, not quite victorious overall. They win the first game, lose the next 2. vVv fighting back, and if you guys didn't believe vVv before that series, hopefully you do now. That is going to do it for our first best of 3, but we're not done for tonight. Up next, we're going to have Elements and his what is that, Area of Effect take on Complexity Red. Will be our next best of 3. We'll have that game and a whole lot more coming up your way after a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere.